Hello and welcome to today's presentation on developing a communications plan to rebuild Carnival Cruise Line's image and reputation. Sarah Lang, Kate McNally, and Amy Wenger are the plan's administrators. First, let's look at the state of the cruise industry. The Cruise Lines International Association indicates it is the fastest growing segment of the travel industry and forecasts nearly 21 million passengers to cruise internationally this year, which is a 2.5% increase from just last year. The same association also says that 90% of cruise vacations are booked through travel agents, who still play a critical role in the travel industry despite online travel retailers. Recently, a series of events in the past few years has caught the attention of not only the media, but Congress, some of whom question the safety ramifications of traveling on these ships. During a recent Senate committee hearing on cruise industry oversights, the major cruise lines agreed to voluntarily post crime statistics and adopt a passenger bill of rights. Also, a new bill, the Cruise Passenger Protection Act, has been introduced and, if passed, would increase government oversight. Next, I'll provide a quick overview of Carnival Corporation. Carnival is the largest cruise company in the world, operating over 100 ships under 11 brands. During the last 2 years, Carnival has experienced several mishaps that has attracted negative publicity. Most famously, the Costa Concordia ran aground and partially sank off the coast of Italy. The Carnival Triumph broke down and left passengers stranded with insufficient basic needs and facilities for 5 days. In fact, it became known as the Poop Cruise for the failure of its sewage system. Also, several other ships experienced technical problems resulting in shortened vacations, refunds, and discounts. To address these safety issues, Carnival will spend as much as $700 million to upgrade its entire fleet. Over $300 million is designated to fire safety and emergency power enhancements for the Carnival Cruise Lines. The newly released third quarter report shows that earnings fell 30% compared to the same time last year, with revenue expected to fall 3% this year. The report also shows earnings were 51 cents less per share during the same time as last year, and the projected bottom line for the fourth quarter was worse than expectations. A recent Harris Interactive poll showed customer faith in Carnival's quality fell by 28%, trust in the company plummeted 26%, and customer purchase intent dropped by 20%. These declines were the highest in the entire cruise industry. As a result, occupancy in 2013 so far is down 1% compared to 2012, and advanced bookings were also lower. Carnival stakeholders represent travelers, including previous and current passengers, seniors, and families. Also, travel agents and the media representing traditional and new mediums. Regulators, such as lawmakers and the U.S. Coast Guard. And internal stakeholders, including shareholders, investors, employees, and board members. An examination of secondary research, including a competitor analysis, has provided the foundation for the development of primary research to gather data to understand audiences, shape messages, select a vehicle for the messages, and arrange modifications if needed. Media research determines the various outlets that will have the greatest impact to reach target audiences. Surveys and polls will be conducted also at various intervals among travelers and travel agents to gauge Carnival's performance among several factors. Also, focus groups will be assembled to gain depth in understanding employee, travel agent, and customer needs and expectations. This valuable information can help Carnival coordinate activities and educational forums that will have a positive reception among its stakeholders, resulting in a successful campaign. The goal of the communications plan is to address the reputational challenges faced by Carnival to improve profitability and long-term performance. There are several objectives that have been identified to accomplish this goal. The first is to establish an awareness of the beginning stages of dependability to position Carnival as an industry leader in safety within 11 months. It's also important to communicate with key audiences so they are aware of how the company is prepared to handle crises such as a sickness outbreak or a ship malfunction, and the effects of dealing with a malfunction, such as having adequate food, water, cooling centers, and a well-informed staff, all in a 3-month time frame. Another objective is to gain acceptance by renewing and strengthening Carnival's all-important relationship with travel agents within 6 months of the campaign launch. Also, boost marketing efforts touting Carnival Cruises as an affordable, fun, and family-friendly vacation to drive action with a 10% increase in ticket sales within 1 year. The last objective is to gain acceptance and increase positive attitudes by improving customer experience and satisfaction during their cruising retreat within the first 3 months. The response strategy is designed so that the objectives reflect actions that are SMART, specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-based. Each objective has a strategy for implementation. This communications plan will include media relations for informational purposes, web and social media initiatives for building an open dialogue between external and internal communities. Trade association events and focus groups will also provide an outlet to create two-way dialogue with travel agents. There are two guiding theories that impact this communications plan. First, the organizational renewal theory. This is a crisis communication theory that argues that crises provide opportunities for organizational growth. For example, the creation of a leadership platform. There are four theoretical objectives central to the discourse of renewal: organizational learning, ethical communication, a prospective rather than retrospective vision, and sound organizational rhetoric. The second guiding theory is that of the elaboration likelihood model. This is a persuasion communication theory that uses knowledge and understanding of audiences to craft persuasive messages. There are two routes to persuasion in this model: the central route, which emphasizes reasoned arguments, and the peripheral route that utilizes emotion, images, and is frequently used when an argument is weak. Both routes can have a positive influence during this campaign. A blend of creative slogans and attractive signage, along with strong persuasive messages, will generate a solid two-way relationship with Carnival's. There are several external messages Carnival expects to convey to its target audiences that will drive this campaign toward its end goal. First, Carnival is transparent with its safety records and is constantly reassessing safety and training methods to adapt to technological advances to be recognized as an industry leader in safety. Carnival has devoted, experienced teams to quickly manage any emergency. Carnival values the dedication and service of travel agents. Carnival is also the preferred choice for fun, affordable family vacations. Carnival cares about the comfort of its passengers during their cruising experience. And one final message internally is the continuation of building a long-term strategy for profitability. The planned tactics will complete the objectives and realize the overall goal. To improve Carnival's perception of a leader in safety, a specific website is designed that will keep the public updated on the latest safety enhancements and standards. Quarterly report cards on the safety of each ship posted to the website will create further transparency. The website will also include safety training videos so the public can view how Carnival staff is prepared for various situations. For the media, a freshly produced VNR is accessible on the media page of Carnival's website. It incorporates sound from the new CEO as well as other officials on Carnival's safety improvements and video of the installation process on one of the ships. To strengthen relationships between Carnival and travel agents, a reward system called Carnival Cares is implemented to incentivize agents who achieve top bookings. Surveys and focus groups will gather and provide valuable information to understand the needs of agents. The company will also participate in trade association conventions and speaking engagements to provide new information and field responses by maintaining a two-way dialogue. To market Carnival cruises as affordable family vacations, several advertisements will air on targeted radio and TV stations. Strategic articles and interviews will be placed with print media, and special family discount packages will be available. Continuing with tactics, Carnival has a great opportunity to learn from its key publics by contributing in open communication forums through social media outlets. All elements of this communications plan will use multiple social media platforms. To energize creativity and community, every cruise ship during each campaign cycle will hold a social media photography contest. Passengers are encouraged to create a picture portfolio of a specified theme during their vacation to social media sites. It will also be available on Carnival's website, where the public can vote on who they think assembled the best themed picture portfolio. New safety achievements will be posted, and outreach to family and mom bloggers specifically is key to remaining transparent. Providing valuable feedback to customer reviews is also significant in continuing to build relationships. Internal communication is important to provide a comfortable working environment for Carnival's employees. Training is constantly reassessed and improved upon to exceed industry standards. Monthly e-newsletters and CEO webcasts keep workers informed and motivated. Also, thorough crisis plans are developed among a team of high-experienced employees. Finally, each tactic will present itself to measurement and evaluation methods that may determine necessary changes to best meet the plan's objectives. The timeline for this campaign will encompass an 11-month period. For maximum effectiveness using message repetition and a method known as bursting, this campaign will evolve during 3 cycles. The launch will begin in October during what's known as National Cruise Month. As the weather cools in the northern states, this is often a time when people start thinking about a quick warm getaway. The campaign will then surge again during the wave season months of January through March. During these months, typically, cruise bookings skyrocket for those looking to escape the harsh winter or planning ahead to summer. One final campaign push would take place during the peak season months of June through August. It's during this time that many families seek affordable summer vacations. The effectiveness of this campaign will be determined by a thorough evaluation to measure objectives throughout all stages of the plan. This careful analysis may indicate feedback on tactics that can be enhanced and/or modified to best meet the levels of identified objectives. The following 3 metric levels, indicating quantity and quality, will prove accountability for the implementation of this campaign. First, we must determine how key audiences have been informed, which are outputs. This will be measured by the quantity of media coverage, social media impressions, survey distribution, trade show engagements, and the costs of message placement. Second, we will evaluate how key audiences have received our messages. This will be measured by the quality or tone of media coverage, social media comments, surveys, focus groups, and trade show feedback. The third form of measurement is the analysis of outcomes that indicate a change in consumer behavior. This is the metric that focuses on the bottom line, so we will examine any increase in ticket sales, participation in the Carnival Cares reward program, participation in the social media photo contest, any relative media effectiveness that had a significant impact, and last, identifying recognition in safety enhancements. This concludes our presentation on the communication plan to rebuild Carnival Cruise Line's image and reputation. Thank you.